I can help bring that life to my husband back. You know, that's really what I want, is I want my husband back. I want my kid's father back.
June 3rd, 2009. I remember that date specifically because that's the date I went to my cardiologist, and we were trying to get my blood pressure under control. So he sent me to the lab to do blood work on me. And when the lady came back, she looked at me and she said, Mr. Harris, have you had your dialysis today? And I remember thinking, I told her, I said, I don't have kidney issues. You know, when we got that diagnosis, it devastated us because we had no expectation that my kidneys were failing. It wasn't like I was having bad health. My high blood pressure was asymptomatic. I had no symptoms. So I was simply just trying to get health insurance, and I needed to get that blood pressure down. But when I went to see my nephrologist, it was a real eye-opener for me.
So my husband got this diagnosis of kidney failure. We've gone through the dialysis, and he started to feel better. Things were good. And you know, you adjust as things happen.
You know, there's a lot of fear that goes through you when you get a diagnosis like that. You know, especially at the place in life that we were, it kind of caught us off guard. We knew that it could happen, but we didn't have any expectations that it would happen. You know, death was not a fear for me, but I had small children, and I wanted to be there to raise them. I wanted to be their father because I knew the statistics of fatherless children. We began to change some things. I began to change some things. I changed my diet. I changed my exercise program. I got healthier. You know, I began to lose weight. I lost 70 pounds, and life began to get a lot better for me. And that went along great for a long time, but I began to have complications. And over this last year, you know, it got hard. It really did. It got hard.
We were faced with, okay, so here's the reality. He's going to either be on dialysis for the rest of his life, or we're going to get a kidney. And so we started believing for a kidney. And in doing that, you know, there were some steps of faith that had to come in.
We decided that we needed to start in our own home.
After he'd gone through the process and they said, okay, now you're on the list, people can start being tested. So I called the contact person and I said, okay, I would like to be tested.
My wife got a call and they were like, Mrs. Harris, this is Baylor University. We wanted to tell you that you are a match for your husband.
I was a match. And I was like, wait a minute. What did you say? And she said, you're a match. Oh my gosh, praise the Lord. I'm a match. That means that we're not on the list. We're not waiting for someone. We're not waiting for someone to have to pass away. We can go and get this done. It's in our family.
And we were floored. I mean, we were just jumping up and down. People were walking by our office saying, what in the world is going on in their office? And that is awesome. But we still had an issue, right? You know, we still had to pay for this surgery.
Do we have the money for this surgery? No, we don't. But we scheduled it, and we're going. We're taking all the steps.
It takes a lot of money to do this. But you know, over time, what we've learned about God is, number one, that God is always for us. He's not against us. And number two, I learned that I can't do this alone. And I just want to thank all our friends and family who's helped us through this process so far, and all the people that have already pledged to help us through the next phase of this process. I really thank you. And, you know, I just want to just say from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our family's heart, you know, we can't do this without you.
We can't choose our family. Thank God we can choose our friends. And I am so thankful that our two sons chose each other when they were 3 and 4. That opportunity has afforded me the chance to see how they live a life of giving. and it's finally time for us as a community, as family, as friends, to help give back to them. And so with this transplant, their family is going to go through an incredible financial strain, and they're going to need our help to get through it. Anything that you can do to help is more than enough. There's no gift that's too small, and there is certainly no gift that's too big. And I'm not ashamed to stand here today and ask you to please dig deep and help. God has put us in their lives to help them through this. And so I'm doing what I can, and I hope you will do the same.